So when we speak on the black community, especially pertaining to these young boys out here, that's...
So yeah, I watched the video, Miss Lady, and no shade, but this is just reality, okay? I am 45 with a 25-year-old that didn't have kids when I met her and still don't. So yeah, there's that. And you can't dictate what a grown man who has worked and created and earned his value, you cannot dictate what we do. I am cool with the mentor. The mentor thing, that's cool if a man chooses to do that. But to put your responsibilities, the black women's, black mothers, single mothers' responsibility off on black men like it's our responsibility to take care of your responsibility and the man that you had those babies with responsibility, I'm sorry, it's not. It's not our responsibility. Is it our community? Yes. If we decide to do that, of course we should do that. But at the same time, dating single mothers, no. And when we say we don't want to date single mothers, we mean what we say. We don't want to date single mothers. In other words, we don't want to take care of another man's seed. This is why it's so important for you women to vet men correctly and know that before you lay down with that man, you are going to stay with that man. Because it has been done. You women have just allowed social media to get to your heads and think you can go out and find something better. That mofo complex y'all tend to have, that's a lot of y'all's problem. When you should have just stayed with the men that you had kids with. That's the solution. You need to teach the next generation of women to stay virgins and know that the man that they pick and decide to lay down with, that they should know to stay with. See, this is how it was done in previous generations. They got together at 18, 14, 20. Yeah, they was young too, and they still stayed together. Both my grandparents on both my mom's sides of the family was two of them. Two couples who stayed together from their early teens to the days that they died. So yeah, it can be done. It's just you women have changed. You women have gotten bigger egos and allow you being able to make money and things of this nature and social media and mofo and all of this bullshit to make you think you could just have babies with whoever and go out and find a man at the finish line to be there waiting on you who's a good man. No, reality don't work that way. It don't work that way. And your responsibilities are your responsibilities. Not to try to put them off on us men. That's just real. Because to say that you all are queens, but yet you're not acting as such, giving your cat away to every Tom, Dick, and Harry or whoever make your little kitty cat tingle down there and popping out with babies. Yeah, y'all need to think before you have sex. Y'all need to pay attention before you have sex with the man. The previous generation of women failed to teach y'all these things and failed to be the examples that you needed in order to learn these things and have a father around to also teach you these things. Yeah, that's really what it boils down to. What's the solution? Is take care of your kids. You need to be the one to find these programs. You need to be the one to put more focus and effort in on your children, especially if you have a son, and teach him how to be a man and try to put him around men. Ones in your family, men that you know. This is your responsibility as a parent, not us men. Stop trying to make us men the responsible for your decisions, your past mistakes. We don't owe you understanding. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Stop expecting it. Just saying. Oh, and one more thing. Men can find young women without kids. It's a such thing called as the passport bros. And the women that you men want who have their shit together, they can afford to do such. I was blessed, you could say, because I found my woman here in the United States. I'm lucky that I found her, to be honest, because because she doesn't think like any of these other women I've ever met. And I am so glad of that, which has a lot to do with how she was raised. Just saying.